A very pleasant morning to all my dear children. Welcome back to English online class of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayu. How are you all doing, children? I hope you all are doing great and staying safe at home. Yes? Okay, children, let's start our today's session. We are discussing Lesson 1 Ira's Flower Garden from our enlightened text of second semester. We already discussed the story, question answers and the grammar section of this lesson. I hope you all remember those parts, isn't it? Yes. So today let's discuss the vocabulary and the spelling part of this lesson. Okay. Before moving to the vocabulary and the spelling section, let me tell you something about a very famous personality. Can you see the image, children, on the screen? Yes? Yes. Who is there in the image? His name is Shashi Tharoor. Have you heard about him? You might be wondering why I mention his name here, isn't it? Yes. I mentioned his name here in our session because he talks very beautiful English. He is enriched with vocabulary. He is able to use numerous words in his talks or speeches. He is able to use new words and he impresses the people by his vocabulary or by his new words. Okay. So children, we also have to build or strengthen our vocabulary. We have to enrich our vocabulary with or by learning new words each day. Okay. I hope you all will learn new words each day. At least learn 2 new words a day. Okay. As part of enriching our vocabulary, today let's learn about prefixes. Okay, children? Have you heard about prefixes or have you learned about prefixes? Yes? Okay. So what do you mean by prefix? From the name itself, from the name prefix itself, you will get the meaning. What do you mean by pre? Pre means before. And what do you mean by fix? Fix means attach or join. Okay. So prefix is a letter or a group of letters that are placed before the base word, before the stem of a word. For example, happy is a base word. Okay, it's a base word. We are going to add prefix before the word happy. So you can add un or un. So it becomes unhappy. So by adding prefix to the base word, we have formed a new word, isn't it? Yes. When we have formed a new word, we also got a new meaning to it. So when we add un before happy, the meaning got changed, isn't it? Unhappy, what do you mean by unhappy? Unhappy means not being happy, isn't it? Yes. So today we are going to learn about such prefixes, okay? Un, in and im. Un, im and in. We are going to learn about these prefixes and we are going to add these prefixes before the base word in order to form new words, okay? Children, take page number 7. In page number 7, you can see that they have given you some prefixes. They have formed new words by using these prefixes. Which are the new words, children? They have used impossible, unbearable, incorrect and untidy. So before the base word bearable, they have used un. So it becomes unbearable. And we formed a new word by adding the prefix un and we got a new meaning, isn't it? Yes, just the opposite meaning. Bearable means we are able to bear or we are able to face any difficulties. We are able to suffer or tolerate any difficulties. We are able to deal with any difficulties easily. But unbearable means we find very difficult to deal with a situation or to accept something. It is unbearable for me. So it is just the opposite. So when we add such prefixes, we get an opposite meaning. So look at the next word, possible and impossible. Possible means we are able to do something. We are able to achieve anything. But impossible means we are not able to do something or we are not able to achieve anything. Isn't it? Yes. Just the opposite. Now look at the incorrect and correct. Correct means without any mistakes. Isn't it? Yes. And incorrect means it's a wrong thing. It's wrong. So just the opposite. The next word, correct. And they have used in before correct. So we got a new word. We are able to form a new word. And the meaning also changed. Isn't it? Yes. Correct means without any mistakes. But incorrect means wrong. It's a wrong thing. Isn't it? Yes. Okay. Now what is the meaning of tidy? Children, let's look at the next word. It is tidy and untidy. So we have formed a new word. How did we form a new word? By adding un to the base word tidy. Isn't it? So what do you mean by tidy? Tidy means to keep everything neatly, to arrange everything neatly and to keep in order. And what do you mean by untidy? Untidy is just the opposite meaning. Untidy means not neatly arranged, isn't it? Yes. Okay, so let's do the textual exercises now. All of you look into your text. Exercise A. Write the opposite of these words by adding the correct prefixes. So the first one, friendly. The opposite of friendly is unfriendly. How could you form that opposite? By adding un before the base word friendly, isn't it? So what do you mean by unfriendly? Unfriendly means who is not pleasing or who dislike others, who is not willing to talk with others or mingle with others. Second one, known. What is the opposite of known? It is unknown. We have add un before the word known. Okay, known means to know. We know that person or that thing is known to us. And unknown means we doesn't know about that person or thing or place. It's an unknown place for us. Okay. Third one, polite. What is the opposite of polite, or how can we form the opposite of polite? By adding im before the base word polite. So it becomes impolite. Polite means showing respect to others and behaving in a very good manner. But impolite means not showing any type of respect to others. Okay. The fourth one is visible, and how can you form the opposite of visible? By adding in before the base word visible. So it becomes invisible. Okay. Invisible means something that cannot be seen. Sometimes you can see the stars in the sky, isn't it? Yes, the stars are visible in the sky. But sometimes if it is a very cloudy day, we cannot see the stars. So we can say that it is invisible to us. We cannot see the stars. Isn't it? Yes. Children, try to do the exercise B by yourself. I have given you the answers. So first try to do by yourself, and if you are not able to do, you can go through the notes given by me. Children, now let's learn about spellings. Let's see how to form plurals out of singular nouns. So what do you mean by singular and plural? A singular noun is a noun that denotes one person or thing are said to be singular. And what do you mean by plural? The noun that denotes more than one person or thing is said to be plural. Okay. So let's see how to form plurals out of singular nouns. So how do we form plurals? We just add s or es after the base word. For example, flower, it becomes flowers. We have to add s after the word flower. Book, books. Boy, boys. Girl, girls. Rose, roses. Branch, branches. Bench, benches. So this is how you form plurals, by adding s or es to the base word. Okay, to the singular noun. Children, now let's learn two rules regarding these plurals, how to form plurals. Suppose if a singular noun ends in y, for example, story. The word story ends in y, isn't it? Yes, the ending letter is y. So we had to change that y into I and add es. So story become stories, baby become babies, army become armies, pony become ponies. So that is how we form plurals if the words end in y. We have to change that y into I and add es to form plurals. Now let's see the next rule. If a word ends in f, for example, leaf, then we have to change f into v. Leaf become leaves, shelf become shelves, thief become thieves. Okay, this is how you change the spellings and form plurals. So children, I hope you understood how to form new words by adding prefixes before the base word so that we get opposites. And I also hope that you understood how to form plurals, isn't it? By making some changes in the spellings. So children, go through your notes, okay? Children, download the notes that are attached, okay? And try to complete your textual exercises. Don't keep your lessons pending. So children, it's time to wind up our session. See you in the next class.